In the heart of the countryside, nestled amidst dense woods, stood an old abandoned mansion known as Blackwood Manor. The locals whispered tales of its sinister past, attributing it to the cursed legacy of the Blackwood family. The chilling stories kept most people away, but not all. One summer, a group of curious teenagers decided to venture into the mansion, drawn by the thrill of exploring the paranormal. Emma, the group's intrepid leader, had heard rumors of haunting whispers that echoed through the corridors. She convinced her friends Mark, Lisa, and Ryan to join her on this eerie adventure. As dusk settled, the friends approached the eerie mansion. The sky was painted with hues of orange and pink, but the mansion loomed dark and imposing. Emma led the way, her heart pounding in anticipation. Upon entering, they were greeted by a gust of icy air. The grand entrance hall was dilapidated, its grandeur faded by years of neglect. Spiderwebs adorned the walls, and dust-covered chandeliers hung ominously from the ceiling. "Are we really doing this?" Mark asked, his voice quivering. "Don't be a scaredy cat," Emma replied, mustering faux bravery. "We came for the whispers. Let's find out if they're real." They tiptoed through the mansion's darkened hallways, each creak of the floorboards adding to the suspense. Lisa's flashlight darted from corner to corner, illuminating forgotten portraits and eerie tapestries. Suddenly, Ryan gasped and pointed at the far end of the corridor. A faint glimmer of light flickered behind a half-open door. The group approached cautiously and peeked inside, revealing a study filled with books and dust-covered furniture. "It's just a candle," Lisa said, relieved. But as they stared at the lone candle, it snuffed out on its own. Silence enveloped the room, and a cold breeze blew through, making the hairs on their arms stand on end. Thump, thump, thump. The sound of footsteps echoed through the hallway. They froze, listening intently. The footsteps grew louder, accompanied by faint whispers. It seemed as though unseen entities were conversing in hushed tones. Emma's curiosity overpowered her fear, and she urged the others to follow the sounds. They ascended a grand staircase, the wooden steps groaning beneath their weight. The whispers grew more distinct as they reached the upper floor. Entering a room to their right, they discovered a long-forgotten nursery. Dusty toys lay scattered across the floor, and an ancient crib stood in the corner. "Listen," Ryan whispered, holding his breath. The group strained to catch the whispers that seemed to emanate from the crib. The voices were soft, almost childlike, yet tinged with an eerie, otherworldly quality. Without warning, the room plunged into darkness. Panic ensued as the friends fumbled for their flashlights, their beams revealing a chilling sight. The crib's bars rattled, as if someone unseen were trying to escape. "We should leave. Now," Mark exclaimed, his voice trembling. As they rushed out of the room, the whispers intensified, surrounding them from all directions. The walls seemed to close in, and a sense of suffocation overwhelmed them. Emma clutched her necklace, a family heirloom given to her by her grandmother. It was said to protect its wearer from malevolent spirits. But as she gripped it tightly, an unseen force tugged at the necklace, trying to pry it away. "We shouldn't have come here," Lisa cried, tears welling in her eyes. As if in response to her words, the mansion seemed to rebel against the intruders. The doors slammed shut, trapping them inside. Their screams for help were swallowed by the oppressive silence. Emma's mind raced, searching for a way to escape the clutches of the malevolent presence that now enveloped them. She remembered a story about a hidden basement below the mansion, rumored to hold the key to the family's dark secrets. With no other option, the group followed Emma's lead, retracing their steps through the labyrinth of hallways. They finally stumbled upon a hidden passage leading downward. In the dim light, they discovered a secret chamber, adorned with strange symbols and artifacts. An ancient book rested on a pedestal, its pages filled with arcane writing. Emma's heart pounded as she flipped through the pages, searching for a solution. She found a ritual, a binding spell used to pacify malevolent spirits. The ingredients were scarce, but they had no other choice. In trembling voices, they began chanting the incantation. The room grew colder, and shadows danced on the walls. For a moment, it seemed as though the ritual was failing. But as they poured their hearts into the chant, a blinding light filled the chamber, driving away the darkness. When they opened their eyes, they found themselves back in the entrance hall. The doors were open, and daylight filtered in through the broken windows. They had escaped the clutches of Blackwood Manor. From that day on, the friends vowed never to speak of their eerie encounter. but the memories of the whispering shadows and the dark secrets of the Blackwood family would forever haunt their dreams, reminding them of the thin veil that separates the living from the dead.